Hi everyone, my name is Miss Emily and I'm going to be leading Storytime for you. Are you ready for Storytime? We clap and say hello, we clap and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and say hello. We wave and say hello, we wave and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and say hello. We stomp and say hello, we stomp and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp and say hello. Great job, everybody. This week, we're going to be learning about bats. Can you say bat? Say bat. Good job. Can you say bat with a really, really high-pitched voice? Bat! Bat! Good job. Can you say bat with a really, really deep voice? Bat. Bat. Good job. Can you say bat really, really loud? Because I think that there's a bat hiding around here somewhere. And if we say bat really, really loud, he might come out. Bat! I think I hear the bat. Here it is. Wow. This bat is flying around like crazy. What does a bat use to fly around? What are these called? What are these called? Wings. Very good. Can you think of another animal that has wings? Did you say a bird? Birds have wings. Bats are different than birds. Do bats have feathers? No, bats don't have feathers. They have wings, but they don't have feathers. Instead, they have hair, just like we do. So they're different than birds. Can you think of another animal that might have wings besides a bird? Did you say something like a bee or a butterfly? Good. Insects have wings too. Do insects have hair all over their body? Some insects might have a little bit of hair all over their body, but they don't have hair or fur like we do and like bats do. So bats are really, really special. Would you like to pretend to be bats together? Let's go. Let's pretend to be bats. Everybody stand up. And the first thing we're going to do to pretend to be a bat is we're going to pretend like we have bat wings. Can you flap your wings around like crazy? Bats can flap their wings a lot faster, it seems, and a lot crazier than birds can. If you ever watch a bat fly right before it gets dark outside, you might notice that they can move around and change direction really, really fast because bats are great flyers. Great flying bats. Another thing that we can do to pretend to be bats is we can pretend to sleep like a bat. And do you know how a bat sleeps? A lot of bats sleep by hanging upside down from the roof of a cave or even from a tree. So, can you hang upside down just like this? Hang your body upside down. Hi, everybody. Just like a bat. And now you're gonna sleep. Good job, bats. Good job. Now, another thing that we can do to pretend to be a bat is we can pretend like we have fangs. All bats have fangs, no matter what they eat. Some bats eat fruit, some bats eat bugs and insects, but all bats have fangs. Can you pretend like your two fingers are fangs and they're right by the sides of your mouth? And now pretend like you're gonna bite into a fruit and bite into a mosquito. Great job, bats. The last thing that I want to do to pretend to be a bat is I'm going to pretend to use echolocation. Can you say echolocation? Good try. Echolocation is something that bats can do where they will make sounds, let sound to us kind of like little clicks. And when they do this, their click sound can bounce off things around them and it can help them to see in the dark at night when they're awake. Can you pretend to use echolocation? Great job, bats. Great job. Now we're going to sing a song about bats. Can everybody stand up and do what I do? And this song, we're going to pretend like we're bats sleeping again, okay? So we're all going to hang upside down, just like this. Can you hang upside down just like this? And we're going to pretend to go to sleep. Great job, bats. Now, make sure you follow along with the song and do what I do. Ready? Bats are sleeping, upside down, sleeping in the morning sun, waiting for the night to come. Then they'll fly around, Great job, bats, great job. Bats sleep in the daytime and then they come out to hunt at nighttime. Animals like this, like owls, which we just learned about, are called nocturnal. Can you say nocturnal? Good job. Nocturnal animals are animals that come out at night, and bats are animals like this. Great job. Now, I'm going to count some bats on the felt board. Can everybody sit down while I use the felt board? I've got some bats on the felt board already. Can you help me count how many bats do we have on the felt board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little bats went on a flight by the light of the moon one autumn night. Mama Bat said, "Baby bats, come back!" But only 4 little bats flew back. Can you count the bats with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little bats. 4 little bats went on a flight by the light of the moon one autumn night. Mama Bat said, "Baby bats, come back!" But only how many bats came back? 1, 2, 3. 3 bats. 3 little bats went on a flight by the light of the moon one autumn night. Mama Bat said, "Baby bats, come back!" But only these bats came back. How many bats is this? 1, 2. 2 little bats went on a flight by the light of the moon one autumn night. Mama Bat said, "Baby bats, come back!" But only how many bats came back? 1. 1 little bat went on a flight by the light of the moon one autumn night. Mama Bat said, "Baby bat, come back!" How many little bats came back? None. Uh-oh, no little bats. Bye, bats. Bye. I hope Mama Bat finds her baby bats. That's kind of scary. Okay, now we're going to pretend to be bats one more time before the end of story time. Can everybody stand up and pretend to be a bat again with me? I'm going to say a little rhyme, and in each line of the rhyme, I'm going to say, "Little bat, little bat." And after I say, "Little bat, I'm going to ask you to do something with me. So, after I say, little bat, join me and do what I'm doing. Ready? Little bat, turn around. Little bat, touch the ground. Little bat, point to the lights. Can you point to some lights in your house? Where's all the lights? Good job. Little bat, fly at night, little bat, fly. job. Little bat, sleep all day. Little bat, catch your prey. Very good. Little bat, hang upside down. Little bat, sit on the ground. Great job pretending to be bats, everybody. Great job. The most common bat that you might see on Staten Island looks just like this one. This puppet says it's a brown bat, but there's two types of brown bats that we have on Staten Island. There's the little brown bat and the big brown bat. And the difference between them is that the big brown bat is bigger than the little brown bat. So, unless you have two brown bats right next to each other, it can be a little bit difficult to tell what's a little brown bat and what's a big brown bat, if you don't have any idea about which is bigger than the other. But the most common bats that we have here on Staten Island are little brown bats, little brown bats. We also have red bats. That's another type of bat that's found here. But as for the brown bats, they eat a diet that is insects. They eat a diet of insects. So you might see them flying above a pond when it's just starting to get dark outside, or after it's just gotten dark outside. They'll be catching the mosquitoes that are flying above the pond. So they're doing a great service for us by eating a lot of the mosquitoes that bite us. Can you say thank you to the bat? Thank you, bat. There aren't mosquitoes outside all year round, so the brown bats will hibernate throughout the winter. Some brown bats will hibernate for up to 6 months because there's no insects outside for them to eat. So right about this time of year, they're really trying to eat as many insects as they can so they have enough food to sustain them for their hibernation in the wintertime. So if you can, go outside tonight, right before it gets dark. If it's a rainy day, it's not a great day to do this, but if it's a clear night, you can go outside and right before it gets dark, look at the sky above your street. You could go to a big parking lot outside of a store and you might see some bats flying around there. Good places to go are places where there's a lot of clear sky because that's where it's going to be easier for you to see the bats. If you're in a place where there's a lot of tree cover, it'll just be dark and it'll be harder to see the bats flying around. So I hope that tonight you go look for a bat, and if you see one, you say, "Thank you, bat, thank you for eating all those pesky mosquitoes." Great job today, everybody. I hope you learned something cool about bats. Are you ready to sing the goodbye song? We clap to say goodbye, we clap to say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we clap to say goodbye. We wave to say goodbye, we wave to say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we wave to say goodbye. We stomp to say goodbye, we stomp to say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp to say goodbye. Great job, everybody. I'll see you next week.